Hi everyone, and welcome to ChilliPhilli Plays Games. We are back with another hour of play. As you can see on the screen, today's game is Half-Life 2, Episode 1. This is probably the last game in the Half-Life series that I'll be playing, just because Episode 2, the hour of play would be mostly the same as Episode 1. Both Episode 1 and Episode 2 are very much a continuation from the original game. If you've played Half-Life 2, you more or less know how to play Episode 1 and Episode 2. However, Episode 1, the first hour of play, does give you some fun stuff to play with, including the gravity gun, which I'll talk about soon. But yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. And we'll be able to have a bit of a chat about all that. And here we go. Again, load times are a little bit of an issue, but not overly much, which is good. With that very nice understated Half-Life 2 logo. It's not a logo, but a announces the
Tell
game.
me, Dr. Freeman, if you can. You have destroyed so much. What is it exactly that you have created? Can you name even one thing? I thought not.
So this takes us back to the end of Half-Life 2. Big massive explosion that is very difficult to get out of. And we have all these Vortigaunts, which look like they're almost praying, perhaps? No explanation for those yet, but looks like a fun time, right? Most important thing is that they save Alex. No one wants Alex to die. Let's be real.
We'll see about that.
I just like to say I love the Vortigaunt's design. Very alien in a way that's not just humanoid figure, generic humanoid figure with some different colors.
You're doing and help me over here. Oh my God, Gordon! I was so worried. Hey, the gravity gun. Give it to him, dog. There, Gordon. Dog's happy to see you. I can tell. Okay, dog. Go get the monitor set up so we can check in with my dad. He must be worried sick about us. He was so sure I wouldn't find you here. The Citadel's really coming apart. I still don't know how we got out of there. The last thing I remember is Brain falling. A huge explosion, and then I heard Vortigaunts. Next thing I knew, Dog was digging me out of the rubble. Oh, it's all so strange. We should...
Alex, come in.
It's my dad. We've been trying to reach him for hours.
Can I just say that Alex is
We were
amazingly
here, so we
athletic
found
to be
you.
able to get up there.
Come on.
Come in.
So, first of all, gravity gun, very fun. If you played through Half-Life 2, you know how this thing works. It grabs things, it shoots things. And here I was thinking that you were meant to pop this plank up there to make a bridge of sorts. So we'll see me futzing around with it for a while. And then I realized that that's not actually the case, and I can just get... Not that plank, Jordan. Not that one either. Just this one. There we go. And that helps you get up to the next level.
Dad, there?
Alex? Alex, come in.
Hold on a sec, there's so much interference. Hey, Dog, give me a hand with this. Okay. Little to the right. There we go. Hold it there. We got it. Dad.
Alex, where are you? Oh, please, God, tell me you're out of the city.
Well, not quite yet.
What?
But listen, Dad, we found him.
You found Gordon? I don't believe it. But listen, you two have to get out of the city. The Citadel could blow at any moment.
There's no question that it will, I'm afraid. Our remote sensors indicate the process is accelerating toward a dark energy flare. Anyone left in the vicinity will be subjected to energetic events whose
Isaac,
effects are
please.
beyond my powers of speculation. The ravages to cellular material are
Reiner,
unimaginable.
stop!
Dad?
Oh dear, Eli, I'm sorry, but surely there's no need for undue alarm. Alex is well out of harm's way by now.
Well, actually, we're still at the Citadel.
What? Oh dear, but there's really no time. The core is exceedingly close to collapse. Why, there's no way to get far enough without first... Well, nothing short of a direct intervention in the core could possibly retard the reaction.
You mean going in?
Into the core, yes. But it's far too dangerous to consider. The chamber will be bathed in radiation.
Well, you do have the hazard suit. If we found a way into the Citadel, it's possible we could...
Alex, no!
But Dad!
Izzy, talk some sense into her.
I'm sorry, Eli, but I don't see any other way. It would help us evacuate more citizens.
We can do this, Dad.
Okay, Alex, okay, just promise me. Promise me that you won't take a single unnecessary risk.
I promise. I love you.
I love you too, baby. I'll be praying for you.
Don't worry. I'll see you soon. Yeah. Don't worry.
So, I'd just like to comment on the amazing voice acting,
Let's see if we can
dialogue.
find a way into the Citadel from somewhere along the rim.
These are characters that you can actually
Dog,
get
a
attached
little
to,
help, please?
especially Alex. For those of you who haven't played all the way through Half-Life 2, Dog is amazing. He's basically made up of reclaimed bits of Combine technology, but with the personality of a dog,
Pack up
which
and
is
meet us on the
fantastic.
far side of this ridge.
And perhaps a much more intelligent dog.
Whoa. What a drop. After you, Gordon.
So we drop down here, try not to die. I think I was about like one button press off falling there. So I guess the thing about the thing about episode 1 is that it's definitely a continuation of Half-Life 2. Like there's no easing you into it. There's no, this is what the control scheme is. It's just straight on to the action.
Why is Dog taking so long? Dog! Dog!
Particle effects, the ash falling, absolutely love that.
Oh my God! Dog! Dog!
Again,
Dog, are you
Alex's
all right?
model as well, just very expressive, love the body language,
You scared
and
the
Dog is
hell
so
out of
cute.
me. Now stay with us. and help
Dog
us
has to be
find
one of
the
my
over.
favorite characters in Half-Life.
I cannot believe we're trying to get back in that place. This isn't gonna be easy. Well, Dog, what do you think? Any ideas?
As you can
Alright,
see
Dog.
by that little demonstration,
That's
Dog
not
has
too
an
helpful.
inbuilt gravity gun, which is pretty cool. And
to
his
be a
gravity
way to
gun
get
is
across.
stronger than mine, which is a little bit upsetting.
What about
But
Dog? Dog, where are you going? Was it something I said? Huh? Dog, what are you... I think Dog needs a few bolts tightened. Look out!
you know, I've never found out what happens if you get hit by that car.
Dog,
I mean-
really, that was a little close. It's got with you, huh? How exactly is this supposed to help us? Wait a minute. Oh, no. You're not serious. Are you? Well, Gordon, unless you have a better suggestion, he is a robot. He's done the math.
Cheeky dog.
I want you to get out of here as fast as you can. Go find Dad. We'll catch up. Don't worry.
There is a lot of dialogue in this game, which isn't a bad thing.
Right.
Makes it a little bit hard for me to speak over them.
Now, don't worry about me. I'll see you soon.
I mean, obviously I will try
Get
my
in the
best not to
passenger side,
speak
Gordon.
over Alex, but at times, to be able to comment on what's going on, I will have to do so. Which is a shame. Because, honestly, it is a pleasure to listen to every single one of those characters speak.
Okay,
Alright.
dog, let's do it. Before I change
Time to get
my...
launched over.
Okay. Careful, hold on. Whoa. Phew. Whew. Good throw, dog. Now go, boy, go on. You'll be fine, just... Uh-oh. What now? Whoa. Hold on.
I mean, you'd really hope you don't get motion sickness, because I feel like this part is absolutely inspire motion sickness in just about anyone.
All right, let's get off before the next ride starts. Holy crap.
So you can see that Alex at least has a gun. We've got 97 health, full suit, which is nice. I briefly consider going down there, but I'm fairly sure it drops to our death. So back the other way. So it tells you what you're using. So remember Half-Life 2.
My God, this place is really coming apart.
Flashlight and the sprinting was linked, but it didn't tell you which was being used at the time. So they've updated it so it is it does reflect which of the suit's capacities you're using, but they're still linked, unfortunately, which I thought was something they might have changed from Half-Life 2.
Oh, what a drop. Gordon!
Yep, and I died. Turns out that was not where you're meant to drop to. I mean, I would argue that Alex did slightly push me over, but no, that's probably just being a good excuse. Alright, so take a look around.
What a drop. We gotta find a way down to the core.
Alex comments on the drop, of course. But yes, this is actually where you're meant to drop to. And we find ourselves in a control center. Now, Alex is probably the most useful NPC
Stalkers.
I've ever come across in the game.
Well, they shouldn't bother us if we leave them alone. I'll just disable this field. Damn, I can't get this down. Something... It's that stalker. He's holding it from the other side. We don't have time to look for another way around. How are we gonna get through here? Roller mines. They could help us get out of here.
So yeah, Alex opens the doors, she gives you clues,
I've got an idea how to use one here.
she shoots at your enemies, like all kinds of useful stuff that you don't normally get from NPCs. And of course she has some amazing dialogue as well. I mean, if all I could ask for was more Alex, that would make me happy in any future games. Still holding out for episode 3/4 Half-Life 3. See what happens there. Almost fell to my death, didn't quite, which is nice. Let's have a look. Do I attempt to sneak over there? No, I don't. I realise that there is in fact a lift, which will help me across to the other side. Spark effect's cool. So while in the Citadel, you're able to charge your health and life from the same machines. These are roller mines, and they are not friendly. Well, at least not to start with. So, all you need is one of them, which is good. So basically, they do what they say. I mean, they're not really mines per se, they're kind of like shock walls. So they roll around, they target you if they're blue, and they basically shock you to death. Don't ask me what I was doing there, just attempting to walk into a post or something. Something super intelligent, I'm sure. Yeah, now we have this roller mine, and we can present it to Alex.
Oh, you found one. Dad taught me how to reset the targeting system on these things. A little extra juice in the right spot, and it's on our side. I'll hold it out where I can work on it. There it is. It's a lot more unstable, but it should last long enough to take out the stalkers.
Like I said, one of the most useful NPCs you'll ever come across. You can just do pretty much anything.
Okay. We can get through now.
Alright. And she deactivates force fields.
Let's go.
Lots of cool screens and consoles. You know, the digital assets for that are very, very nice. Just the right amount of darkness and like shadows to make things super gorgeous in terms of visuals and ambiance. As we keep going, fire effects, also great.
Good thinking.
I love that she says good thinking when basically all you're doing is just using your gravity gun to smack stuff that's in your way.
Well, that was random.
Cool lightning particle effects, still very cool.
Talk about unstable.
So the gravity
I
gun,
really don't think we should hang around.
you get that, you know, back in Half-Life 2, and it's a very useful item, just generally. I love this. I love this so much. Like the visual effects for it, and also the
Crap, we gotta cross through
results
that.
of it, like sucking up the combine guards. But all you have to do is sprint across it. It's not rocket science. Even though technically Gordon does have a PhD. But no, it's not too hard to get through. There's worse. Puzzles? I don't know whether puzzles is the right word for it. Maybe challenges? Sparks flying, but thankfully not any harm from sparks. You definitely get your use out of the flashlight, that's for sure. I think the flashlight might not take the charge down as much as it used to, but that just could be me appreciating the flashlight more.
What the hell are those things? Maybe this console has some useful information.
I like the it's not precisely the lens flare, but the
Let me see if I can pin
diffusion
down a
of the
path to
lights, especially the red lights.
I can still deliver Earth, but not without your help. The portal destination is untenable, sure you, except that we survived that burn.
Thank God, it's just an old
The
recording.
host, buddy, you must be joking. I can't possibly. Oh, all right,
Let me see
damn it,
if
if
I
that's
can
what it
find
takes. Just hurry, he's right behind me. Oh, shit.
What the hell?
And we get a first look at these very attractive aliens. Thankfully, we don't have to fight one yet.
Get out of here!
That light lens flare effect is very unpleasant, but it's meant to be
What's
unpleasant.
that
So.
thing? Whatever that was, it's gone now. Let's get out of here.
I agree, Alex. Let's get out of here. Just you and me. Dark corridors. Alright, here we go. Now things will get spicy. Anyone who's played Half-Life 2 through to the end will recognize this room.
What's going on in there?
Confiscation field engaged.
Hey, it's doing something to the gravity gun.
It sure
It
is.
did in Brink's portal reactor.
You now have
I'd
the
say there's
blue
something
gravity
about
gun.
this backfire. It'll sure come in handy if it stays there.
So with this in our hands, it's pretty much a physics gun. The pulling power is massively magnified, as is the not shock, but the projection, I guess. So we can grab these little energy balls and we can shoot them. But unfortunately, I'm a bit of a ditz and didn't realize that I needed to use the left click button to actually shoot them. So I imagine what's gonna happen is I keep shooting them, or attempting to shoot them with my right button for a little while. Okay, I figured out how to shoot them, so turn back to the other one. Unfortunately, it's very hard to aim because the little energy balls consume all of your sort of vision, especially where the targets are. Alright, so now we get to use the gravity gun to its full effect. Assuming I can not die. Ouch. I'm taking a lot of damage. But to be fair, there are a lot of enemies. But yes, so basically gravity gun in this form is probably the most powerful weapon in the game. Except for maybe, I'm partial to a good crossbow bolt. And you can do some very fun and funny things with the crossbow. But the gravity gun is iconic for Half-Life. Now we try and figure out where to go next. I believe it's this bridge here, and we're getting shot at again. I don't know if I can grab him from there. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, these aren't quite puzzles per se, but they certainly are trying to make you think a little bit more about what you're doing in the environment. Yeah. And the sort of energy effects are very cool. The only unfortunate thing is that this does not last, unfortunately. That was a lot of unfortunately in one sentence. The other thing is, unlike a normal gun, which even if you have a unit gotten zoom to shoot, the gravity gun has a very fixed limit at which it can. It has a fixed limit at which it can grab and repulse, which is a shame. I would like to see being able to like pull from a larger range, but you know, that's pretty much all you can do. So that thing has a glass shield in front of it, so it makes you think a little bit harder about why and where you're shooting. And we then establish the bridge across. Not sure what I took damage there for, but presumably it was for a good reason. Alright, classic crawl, crouch and crawl. And this brings us to the lift, I think? No. I have no idea what's going on. Right, I assume that steam vent was painful. Didn't really want to stick around to find out. Also, the ragdoll mechanics are amazing. I love them so much. And you get to see them to their best effect with the gravity gun. One of the great things about this game is that it really makes you feel like the environment has a great amount of depth to it. Like, the twists and turns make the areas feel a lot bigger than they necessarily are. Also, like, the massively high ceilings, the incredible drops, everything feels so much bigger, and you feel insignificant in comparison. Alex, reliable as always, goes through the door. Where does this take us? Well, another explosion. Again, giving you a good idea that everything is falling apart. I am pretty low on health and suit at the moment, considering I started with 100 and 200 before we went in. Alrighty.
Looks like this could be a transport elevator to the core.
Alright, we tentatively go for the elevator, I guess. Again.
Yeah, we must be on the right track. Look up! Watch out!
Alright, so this is a simple enough thing. You just gotta catch or repulse objects before they fall on the lift. So obviously, if anything big enough falls on the lift, then it will break the lift because the lift is made of glass. That's what you call considered planning.
Heads up!
There's some very big pieces. I mean, it's not super, again, not rocket science.
What's wrong with this lift? Can you get it going again?
So, I am not the best with aim, and like I was complaining about before, trying to aim with a big sphere of energy in front of your vision does not help. What I could have done was use the gravity gun to grab those kind of consoles, and it would have been easy to bounce it through. But I didn't, so I made it harder for myself. That's okay. And the lift continues moving. Alex is very handy in that she points out.
Do what you did last time.
She points out exactly what. Yeah, better watch out for this thing. Stay high. Yeah, Alex points out what needs to be done, which is good. She doesn't do it overly much, which is nice as well.
What's going on?
You know, it's not like a constant Ocarina of Time style Navi. Hey, listen. It takes me a while to figure out that there's glass there, which is why it's reflecting off. Again, aiming with a ball in front of my face is not my strong suit. But now the Stalker is dead, which means that
Here we go.
the lift starts moving again.
Really moving now. I think I see a stop down below. Let's get off there and see where it leads. Look out!
Alrighty.
Run!
And that's our cue to exit the elevator. Because then that falls.
Oh, that was close.
Thank God there is some health and suit, because I was not going well. Of course, basic rule is, as the game goes, I do not save scum, and
This could be it, Gordon. Careful.
basically, if I die, I have to just start from whatever checkpoint the game has created, not anything that I have created. Which makes things more difficult for me. That's so satisfying. I think we're in the main control room now, maybe? Let's have a look.
I don't get it. Why are they hanging around?
Again, Alex being a useful
deliberately
NPC.
trying to blow the reactor. But why? Oh my god. It looks pretty far gone.
Speaking of cool visual effects, look at
I
that
hope Dr.
core.
Porter was
Isn't
right
that just
about
beautiful?
this.
And again, the spinning apparatus above it
Let's see
does
if we can
remind
find
us
a way
a
through
little
the
bit of
control
Black Mesa.
The elevator's down in the core entry. Let me see if I can call it back to this level. These readings are off the chart. I hope it's not too late to re-engage the containment field. Good thing you know what you're doing. Well, here's your elevator. Gordon, I wish there was something else I could do to help. Hurry back.
She is very sweet. Like, you know, she's tough as nails, but at the same time, like, a really resilient and very cool character. Alright, you can hear that crackling. We are now in a radiation area. Thankfully, however, we are not being irradiated presently. Pop that in there. That doesn't fix the bridge that we want, but the other half should be over there. And we can just get rid of that energy ball. Here we go. Huh. What's going on here? I think there's a stalker somewhere. Yeah, there is a stalker over there, but he is kind of hard to hit at this range. Just bear with me while I try and figure out how to best get rid of that guy. I think. Oh, no, that did not work. There we go. Almost hit myself with the energy ball, but that is okay because we managed to get all the stuff. I think I eventually figure out I didn't actually need to get rid of this guy. Even though I will do my gosh darn best to do so. Let's have a look. I think I just decided to leave it, which is probably for the best. looking at all those working parts on the machinery, very cool. And you can really see that they've come a long way since the original Half-Life. Obviously that was a poor shot. I was just shooting into glass again. But that is okay, because that should get rid of the stalker. Right. Energy bridges, super cool. And again, this isn't quite a puzzle per se, but it does sort of engage you in thinking more laterally about how you're playing and what you're doing. So, this brings us to the central column. It takes me a little while to figure out where I'm going with this. So I kind of just edge along the edge. You should realize in about a couple of seconds or so, though, that there is, in fact, a ladder on the outside of that corner. So, next to the bright blue glowing beam, but it brings us up to here. So basically what we have to do is we have to engage 3, I don't know what you call them. You have to engage 3 machines which will target the core and hopefully stabilize it. Get some juice for my suit and my health, which is nice. Can't interact with these, unfortunately. Would be super cool if you could, if only just to see Gordon's hands. So I need to grab one of the glowy balls and bring it in here. One of the receivers is in here, and that then provides the power for the machine. It's coming out here. Nice and simple, right? So the first one establishes what you have to do for the next 2. Which is nice. It's fairly straightforward, and gives you an idea of the puzzles to come. Also, I hate man hacks. I don't think I can express anymore just how much I hate them. I also dislike being beaten by soldiers, but maybe that's just a personal preference. And I'm pretty sure I got hit by a grenade. Alright, with all of that unpleasantness out of the way, we can try and move on to machine number 2. Alright, so I am not the best at this. I'm willing to admit it. So you've got these energy walls flying down the corridor. If you look to the right, you'll see that there is a corresponding door to this one where you can exit the vent. However, even though you can see in which order these things are coming, they come at you bloody fast, which means you're very likely to be hit at least once. And I was not careful, so I was hit quite a few times. Which is unfortunate, but, and yes, probably, I could have avoided that. That's okay. Yes, the Combine need to rethink their tactics. Alright, so, energy bridge across. This is kind of... I mean, you can hear that crackling sound for the radiation again. Take some time to just admire that pulsing ball of energy. It's super cool, and I think, looking back on it, I just realized that it's the same colors as the gravity gun, blue and orange. So that's kind of funny. Also kind of fun. Getting shot at by multiple guards is not fun, however. Alright, so we look around, see what's there. Again, there's the receptacle for the energy balls. So of course I assume that you need to come out here and grab one, run in with it, and then pop it into the machine. Of course, that is incorrect. I turn around and look at the room, realize that there's one right in the corner, and that will engage the machine and make everything better. I hope. Cool. So you can see it's projecting that beam of energy. I didn't really look at it closely enough, or give it the attention it deserved, but it's still pretty cool. Alright, so 2 machines done, 1 left to go. Cool thing I didn't talk about last episode. There's a lot of really cool kind of Foley and audio effects, especially what I really love is the Combine chatter. So you'll hear the Combine soldiers talking to each other, and also the getting shot from behind. I am getting shot from behind. Yes, I am. I'm so happy there's so many suit charges around here, or I would be dead. What was I saying? Yes, so you can hear the Combine talking to each other, and there's that very telltale sound when a Combine soldier dies, which is fun. Definitely makes you very, you just feel a bit happy when you get that very satisfying enemy is dead confirmation. Yeah, there's a death call, a death rattle of sorts, perchance. Did I tell you I hate man hacks? I hate man hacks so much. However, we're one step closer to the 3rd machine, which is good, and you can hear that Combine chatter as well. Okay. Crawling through this ruined vent. Drop down. Go on, drop down. There we go. And we've got another one of these things, which will lead to my death, unfortunately, in about 20 seconds, I'd like to say. I just do not dodge these well at all. I tried to run past them, but I also very ill-advisedly grabbed one of them. But yes, you will see me die in 2, 3, 2, 1. Yes, so not my finest hour. But on the bright side, you did get to see the death screen, which was that sort of tinted red, which is kind of cool. And you hear the HEV suit flatline. All right, this time I think I get hit by a couple, but I do start learning how to dodge a bit better, which is nice. So, they're definitely the physics. Okay, this is painful. I was just attempting to get through this little crawl space and failing incredibly badly. And unfortunately, there is no Combine charger in this room. So we power up the machine. We see it lift up, out, go on the rails, ready to engage, and then that drops down. We hear that sort of siren sound from the energy ball receiver. Try and put another one in. But we hear that fail sound again, so we head down into the pit, where we see that something has gone wrong. 3 red flashing lights. Seems easy enough, right? So, take a look around, try and figure out what's happening here. Doesn't take me too long to realize that you need to go up rather than that way. That's just fire. That's just fire. So there's a hole in the roof, and there's those energy balls passing through. So we just grab 3 of those, and stick them into the receptacles, which lifts that again. So we just have to wait until the lift is down, and then shoot it back in. And then we're good to go, pretty much. Back into the receptacle the ball goes. And success. Et voila! We have the last beam, which makes that little pulsing ball of energy so much happier. No, I've got to admit, I really did like the blue-orange pulsating orb. That was cool. Yeah, so we slowly make our way back to Alice, who I believe is on this level.
Gordon, you did it! The containment system's back in place. It won't last forever, but at least we've bought a little time. While you were in there, I did some poking around in the control data. They were trying to start a chain reaction, all right, but destroying the Citadel is just a side effect. Since we took out Brain's reactor, this is the only way they have to send the transmission packet back to wherever they came from. I can't tell what the packet contains, but it's important enough that they're willing to sacrifice the whole Citadel to send it off. We need to get it back to my dad and Dr. Kleiner at the outpost right away. I've been pulling down a copy. Whatever it is, I have a feeling it's bad news for all of us. There's something else. It's Judith. Take a look.
I'm fairly sure I've pinned down the location of the project. It's hard to say how much of it might have survived intact or whether there's anything remaining that could compromise our work if it were discovered by the Combine. We'll need to take a close look at it, of course, but I should be able to give a better opinion within a few hours. If the site is where we think it is, then it should be no more than... I'm gonna cut this short. We may have been spotted.
Where the hell is she? She's in serious trouble. We need to get this and the transmission packet to my dad. He'll know what to do with it. The packet's done copying. I've got it right here. Now let's get the hell out of here. Uh-oh. I think they felt that. I've secured an exit elevator. It's this way. Come on!
Like I said, she is just the best NPC in the world. Would not swap her for anyone. And this is... I think this game was 2008. So she's incredibly intelligent for the time.
Something tells me they don't want us reading their mail. This lift will take us to a train platform. If we can hitch a ride, it should take us straight out of the city.
Also, the gravity gun is back to
Gravity
normal.
gun's back to normal.
Oh, jinx!
It's nice while it lasted.
Yeah. They definitely make you make the most of the gravity gun while you can. Almost out of the Citadel now, which is kind of exciting. Oh, and you might have noticed the load screens are a lot shorter. I have been cutting them for your benefit. It's not particularly fun to watch like 15 seconds of loading.
But not for long.
Takes me a second to realize that she actually probably needs to reprogram these.
Bring it over here and I'll rejigger it.
There we go. One reprogrammed. Ha ha ha. 2 too reprogrammed. Ha ha ha. So yeah, at the moment, Gordon, I wouldn't say Gordon's useless, but
Won't be expecting
he
this.
can't grab anything bigger than, like, a Ravenholm or a crate, for instance. And the push, so the pull is less powerful and the push is also less powerful. You can push things like manhacks and roller mines and head crabs, but nothing bigger than that. Also, ow! Alex will start shooting that combine pretty soon though, which is nice.
The coast is clear.
Alright. Definitely low on health, but that is okay.
This is our train. Let's get in.
Oh my god.
Let's get in.
Did I miss the health? Oh. It's so bad. Yes, I missed the health hit. That's genuinely upsetting.
Well, that was a nice clean getaway. I don't know what's in this copy we made, but they're not thrilled about us having it. You know, all things considered, we're not Oh no. It's a stalker car. God damn the Combine. This is what happens to you if you resist. Or if you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time. God, I hope you don't remember who you were. All right. Let's see where this train is headed.
Yeah. So just
With any
quickly,
luck, we should be well out of the city before it's too late.
there's a moment up
Thank
ahead.
God we're not on foot.
God damn it! Stop talking, Alex.
Let's hope the worst is over.
And then she jinxes us.
It looks like you saved our lives again.
No, shucks. Thanks for saying so, Alex.
What's that? Oh my God. Brace yourself.
Okay, so I turned down the volume on this because these guys screaming is really, really loud, and unpleasantly so. It would make it hard for you to hear me over that. So, yeah, if you're wondering why the audio is slow, that's why. We just need to help Alex out here from the kind of rabid, squirming thing that is on her face. And she reacts fairly predictably to said sort of squirming thing. She looks pretty shell-shocked. That is super organic response, which is very cool. I mean, obviously not cool for Alex, but yeah, gotta feel bad for her. And we are...
Hold up a sec. I gotta catch my breath. Okay. Well, this might not be as easy as I thought. We're in the same boat as the other evacuees now. On foot to a train station. Let's head for the surface.
So, they certainly don't make things easy for you here. The only weapon you have for quite a while is your gravity gun. You don't have a crowbar, so you can't crowbar things in the face. And there are head crab zombies, which I'm sure you'll remember fondly if you have played Half-Life, Half-Life 2, or this game. Well, you may have done. Up on the roof, you can see the thing with a little red flashing light. That is a gun turret. Also, for some reason, the zombies love coming towards you, but not Alex. So, in the darker areas, you have to light them up with your flashlight for her to shoot them. But otherwise, you know, she does pretty good. If anything, my only complaint is that she shoots like me. She like empties a full clip into something that she doesn't need to. Those were mines, and I didn't even realize they were mines. Yeah, I trust dead zombies about as far as I can walk. There's another zombie somewhere. Also head crabs. Why not? Yeah, see, the gravity gun can't even zap the half. It's not decapitated.
I can't see a thing.
Alright, here we come into the dark areas. So,
We need to get through that door.
this is meant to be atmospheric and
Damn,
kind
it's got a
of
power
test
lock.
your nerve.
How are we gonna get this open? Let's see if we can find a power box.
Power box is on the other side. However, I take a moment to just quickly take a look around. Graffiti, again. Gotta love that graffiti. That door is not interactable. Interactable? Is that even a word? I don't know. It's not out here. Eventually I'll realize that I have to turn back and go back to the door. Depends when that eventually is. No, here we go. So, I think one of the worst things about, not worst, one of the best things about this particular section is that you are forced to turn your light off and keep yourself in darkness for that 10 seconds that it takes to charge up your flashlight, because it's super creepy, and it makes the tension that much more palpable, which is fun, you know. Like it makes a difference in terms of like you can't just calmly go around assuming that you'll be able to see the enemies. You are at various times forced to... Are they still alive? Jesus, those things are resilient. Yeah. It makes it not necessarily a horror game, but probably as close as you can get to horror in an action RPG, action FPS rather. It's kind of, no, it's not really an RPG. So this is a little irritating. Oh, more graffiti. I didn't even notice that. So this is a little irritating in that you have to grab things with the gravity gun and then pull it over the lip of that fence, and then you get to hold it. And then, of course, I forgot I was holding the gravity gun, and I decided to shoot the pistol. Loss of ammo and loss of ammo and loss of resources, unfortunately. Again, just waiting in the darkness for that flashlight to recharge. Eventually, however, we will find the power box on the wall somewhere. Oh, right. No, the first thing we need to do is not look at the bucket. Yeah. I was a bit trigger happy with the gravity gun. Unfortunately, the gravity gun cannot shoot off locks, but a pistol can. So, problem solved, right? Here is the power box. We can turn the power back on for this area. For this limited area.
Nice job. Hey, and you found a gun.
And Alex joins us again, once more, which is good. Because honestly, she has unlimited ammo, and I have very limited ammo. So I know who I would prefer that than myself.
Nice shot.
Not me. Also, I'm not sure whether I was playing Half-Life 2 on easy, but I've set this to moderate, and it seems like the zombies are taking a hell of a lot more bullets. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. I think that it's good that they're resilient and challenging.
Keep your light on that zombie.
Yeah, very much my style of shooting from Alex, which is amusing. Ouch. Smack in the face by the again, tense moment when you turn the light off and you start hearing zombie moans. That is not fun. Well, I mean, it is fun. Don't get me wrong, but it puts you on edge a little bit.
Antlions here? The Combine's defense field must have collapsed. Makes sense if it was powered by the Citadel.
Yep, so now we get to see antlions in action. They are these weird sort of insects, ground-dwelling insects that is attracted to motion and loves gnawing your face off. So, I mean, technically they have lots in common with zombies, but for whatever reason, they just don't get along. Alex, if only I had as much ammo as you do. Alright. Extra shotgun ammo, extra pistol ammo. Everything's coming up, Gordon.
Looks like we found a troop train. What the hell is that? A Combine zombie. That's like a zombine, right? Zombine, get it? Okay.
Alex Vance, mistress of bad jokes. But honestly, I enjoyed that one. The pun master in me.
Look out!
likes
It's
that.
got a grenade!
So that's our easy way of introducing us to the new enemy, which is the Zombine. And yeah, occasionally they'll rush you. They're more durable than normal zombies. And they occasionally pull out a grenade, because apparently they have the intelligence to do that. Not that I'm complaining about that, but
We've really got to talk to Dr. Kleiner about getting a new battery for that flashlight.
I know, right, Alex? You are so true. Never have truer words been spoken. There are explosive barrels around here, which should indicate to you what is going to happen. So, right, they also move faster than your standard zombie. Yeah, I'm not avoiding that grenade. Ugh. That was painful. Awesome background music, by the way. Absolutely love that. Yeah, shotgun is really the way to go here. Unfortunately, they still take up, what, 2 or 3 shotgun bullets before they go down? So that is painful. Interesting choice not to recharge my light fully before heading out into darkness. But, you do you, Gordon. You do you. Again, music with the darkness, and also getting attacked by head crabs, because apparently... Yeah, I did not spend my ammo well, unfortunately. Okay, so... we're in a pretty good position here. Apart from the lack of ammo, you've got things like the flares, which can set zombies on fire. You've got explosive crates. You've got Alex. I mean, of all the things, I think Alex is probably your biggest advantage. So yeah, this has been Half-Life 2 Episode 1. Hopefully there's enough in here that will encourage you to go out and play the game for yourself, because there is a lot packed in here, even though it is a shorter game, being just an episode rather than a full game. And for anyone who's played Half-Life 2, I would say that it is well, not necessarily an unmissable experience, but definitely one that, bloody zombies. Oh man, Alex is badass. She just does what she does so well. I imagine I'll break those crates open. Again, it is frustrating not to have a crowbar, but you know, there's worse things that you could be missing. Yeah, from here on out, it's more or less the same. There's no fancy puzzles or anything. It does require you to draw on... but damn it. It does require you to draw on some skills and knowledge from the previous game, particularly how to deal with antlions. Coming up shortly, there'll be a nest of antlions that continues digging its way out. This is me just being lost and not having any idea where to go from this particular place. I believe I need to turn right and then right again. So that's the door that we just came out of. There we go. Found it. Heading on up.
Gotcha.
Alex is more than capable of dealing with those head crabs on her own.
I hate these things.
I also hate those things, Alex. It's like we get along in all the best ways. Alright. But yes, this was Half-Life 2 Episode 1. If you enjoyed watching my playthroughs of the Half-Life games, I heartily recommend you go and play them yourselves. They're an excellent experience and not to be missed. And that brings us to an end of this episode of An Hour of Play. This is probably the last Half-Life game we will be playing, but if you are looking for more Half-Life goodness, there's the link to the Half-Life 2 episode in the bottom left-hand corner there. And if you want more game videos about various other genres, try my channel and you'll find similar videos there. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.